bueno, gente, uno de los mejores juegos que existe, ¿vale? Red Dead Redemption 1. ¿Qué quiero decir? No subo el 2 porque se rumorea, aunque yo creo que es mentira, pero se rumorea de que el 2 va a salir una nueva actualización para la nueva generación. Yo, en todo caso, si es verdad o si es mentira, me espero, ¿vale? Y subo el primer juego, ¿vale? Todos sabemos que cronológicamente el Red Dead Redemption 2 va primero y segundo va este juego, ¿no? El Red Dead Redemption 1. Pero bueno, que hay que de constancia. Vamos a jugar, ¿vale? Aunque ponga PlayStation 4, estoy en Play 5, ¿vale? Que la Play 5 ya sabéis que tiene la actualización de aquí, de 60 FPS, ¿vale? Así que bueno, no más que decir, vamos a comenzar la campaña, ¿vale? Esto es la partida fuera de cámara que me estoy completando el juego en 100% y vamos a empezar nueva historia. Vámonos.
Extra, extra, health benefits smoking. Extra, extra, read all about. Hey, watch it, mister. Read all about it. Bill Williamson's gang terrorizes Austin. Extra, extra.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. But John's family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Bueno, y no he dicho antes que también el juego está a 4K, ¿vale? Aquí un cofre. ¿Se podrá abrir? No. Bueno, Amardillo, ¿no? Un tipicazo pueblo. Como siempre con el canal vamos a subir las historias principales, ¿vale? Las misiones secundarias las dejamos. Mira este borracho. Vete, hombre, por ahí. Anda, que tiene una papa. Vamos a ir a hablar con uno.
Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front. I see. You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in all of New Ulster.
Ay, cuidado con el sombrero ese. Bueno, las primeras 2 horas de juego va a ser un tutorial de todas las aplicaciones, más o menos. Lo que sí me flipa de este juego es la musculatura de los caballos.
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Vamos, que era un guarrillo. Mi acompañante. El juego a 4K es la hostia, Y con los 60 FPS.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard
La
his
verdad que una
name.
pasada,
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Claro, tenéis que tener un monitor 4K para verlo bien. Si no tenéis eso, es nada. Yo, desde mi televisor es un 4K,
You
por
ain't
suerte.
very talkative, are you?
No,
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Recordad que este juego salió en 2010.
Come on. Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Bueno, no voy a hacer spoiler de nada, pero bueno, ya sabéis que la banda de antiguamente que pertenecíamos se sabe la historia en el Red Dead Redemption 2, ¿vale? Yo creo que todo el mundo ya eso lo sabe. Así que bueno, comenzamos.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
En este juego hay muchos personajes muy carismáticos. Por cierto, le tengo que quitar el desenfoque de movimiento, ¿no? Sí, vale, yo estas cosas siempre lo quito. Mira qué bonito se ve, por Dios. Hello. ¿Qué es lo que tiene este juego o esta versión? No, este juego no es nada, ni un remake, no es nada, ¿vale? Es un port, como dice. He observado fuera de cámara, mira. ¿Veis el reloj arriba a la derecha? De 9 de la mañana a 12 hay una nebulosa de clima, como de calor, ¿veis? A lo lejos. Que se ve como de la calima, de la calor. ¿Lo veis? Se ve muy exagerado. No sé si por el desenfoque de movimiento o no. Si algo así se quita. Pero lo he visto en YouTube, en vídeo, y también se ve igual. Se ve muy exagerado, no sé por qué. Y lo que estaba diciendo, y de 12 a 4 también sale, pero depende de la zona poco. Eso sí, si el día está nublado, si es de noche o es si a partir de las 4 de la tarde, según el reloj, se quita. Así que yo me creía que era un fallo del juego, pero no, porque yo el juego lo tengo en físico, en disco. Y estaba preocupado porque yo no recuerdo la Play 3 jugar así tan, ¿sabes? Fíjate la calima, no sé si se aprecia bien, pero exagerado, ¿lo veis? Ahora miro para abajo y se le quita. No sé. Depende de las horas, eso sí. A ver si más adelante, cuando estemos en la nieve o en el bosque, pasa lo mismo, que no debería. Pero bueno.
Back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Este efecto me acuerdo yo que estaba en Play 3, ¿vale? En el juego original. Pero no tan exagerado. O a lo mejor por ser 4K se ven más la calima, no tengo ni idea, ¿eh? Pero bueno.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Venga.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride a horse. Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Vamos a ver el ranchito. Cuando cabalga junto a personas, si se mantiene pulsado, no gasta estamina el caballo.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got
Que me
finished,
choco.
bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes
que corre,
things
¿no?
better.
¡Oh! Eso es. A mí me gusta muchísimo más este juego que el 2.
That's the
Aunque el
barn
2 como
over there.
videojuego es mucho
Paul
mejor,
built it
evidentemente.
himself when I was just a little girl.
Pero este juego, para ser del año 2010,
And
es
here we
impresionante.
are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Pues atamos al caballito.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest.
Ve a la casa de Bonnie.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
¿Lo ves? La calima es eso. A partir, alrededor de la derecha, de 9 de la mañana hasta las 4 de la tarde, está esa calima. Ya después se quita. Da igual que está amaneciendo, aquí amanece a las 6. Y el cielo es precioso, ¿eh? Vámonos.
Whoa! Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
Va a acompañar a la señorita.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Tengo muchas ganas de jugar del Under Nightmare, al de zombie. Que también lo subiré, evidentemente. Un DLC muy guapo.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Let's see that rifle. I want
A matar
couple of these
conejitos.
for the pot. Better shoot rabbits than outlaws, I fear.
Fuera, conejo.
You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. Them rabbits didn't stand a chance. Now
Pobrecito.
back up. We should check out the rest of the ranch.
Pero es así, o si no todo el huerto
Let's get going. We've still got plenty
se lo
of
comen.
ground to cover. Giddy up! If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city.
El conejillo por ahí.
Become a lady of leisure.
Damn coyotes are back! We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston. Come on, they're heading for the chicken.
Vamos a reventar los coyotes. Que tenemos una plaga. Todo esto es como os dije, esto es un tutorial. Mira, comienza el pollo. ¡Qué cabrón! Bueno, normal, ¿no? Es la vida, ¿no?
Well,
Pobrecito.
we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Acompaña. Los caballitos asustados. Entonces se veía un trofeo o algo.
You know, you can actually rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience
No.
in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
Atamos. No, no salte.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Bueno, este juego tiene autoguardado y fuera parte del autoguardado tiene guarda la pestaña, ¿no? Que solamente podemos guardar en 3 pestañas. Y si duerme pasa 6 horas. Y el cofre, bueno, el cofre te da munición. Aquí también te puede cambiar de atuendo y demás. Así que pasamos la noche. Es más, te tiene que salir la primera ranura, que es lo estoy jugando fuera de cámara. Bueno, ahí veis la fecha que lo estoy jugando. Vamos a crear la tercera pestaña para YouTube. Vámonos. Bueno, ahí arriba te salen los periódicos. Que me gustan más los periódicos de este juego que el del 2. Porque aquí se ve en español lo que es el periódico. En el 2 te sale en inglés y después un texto traducido en español.
Oh, Mr. Marston, how are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Vámonos.
Come on, boy.
Come on!
Yeah.
Si atropella al perro, te persigue la guardia.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland.
Todo esto, como os dije, es tutorial, ¿vale? Para experimentar lo que es la estamina del caballo y todo el rollo.
Let's go. I bet you're
Vamos.
starting to regret your
Este
brave
juego lo tengo yo
words, Miss
memorizado. Si no me lo he pasado 7 o 8 veces en Play 3 este juego, ¿sabes? Y ahora me lo estoy pasando otra vez fuera de cámara y otra vez en YouTube. Yo creo que más de 7 o 8 veces. Yo una barbaridad la de veces que me lo he pasado en Play 3. El 2 solamente me lo he pasado 2 veces. Y eso, y este juego me lo quiero platinar. Qué mala suerte que no hayan sacado multijugador. Digamos la versión que estoy jugando, claro. Porque la versión de Play 3 y Xbox sí tiene el multijugador. Pero bueno, yo creo que ya el multijugador de este juego poca gente lo juega, ¿no? Y por ejemplo, el online de este juego sí me gustó muchísimo más que el 2. Y más con el DLC de Undead Nightmare, había varios mapas que venía oleada de zombies. Y eran 4 jugadores contra las oleadas. Estaba muy guapo ese modo de juego. Estaba muy chulo. Apocalipsis Zombie creo que se llamaba.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Como tenemos que ir a Mardillo, ¿vale? Vamos a visitar aquí esta misión que nos lleva directamente allí. ¿Lo veis como ahora son las 7 de la mañana en el juego y no se ve la calima? Mira, voy a poner en la misma posición que antes. Por aquí. ¿Lo veis? Por eso yo antes me he rayado. Y viendo los vídeos en YouTube, que también se veía también esa calima. Pero claro, en la versión esta que estoy jugando, no tiene que ser del juego. Del juego me refiero al disco. Que yo, como he dicho antes, tengo el juego en físico. Pero bueno, hace mucha calor, ¿no? Aquí.
Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Hop on up, Mr. Marston.
Good morning, sir.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are 2 theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Mr. Farley. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
You're gonna get us killed.
Ahí me he visto un
You
percance,
never
¿no?
did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now? So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him.
Venga.
Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Que por cierto, el mapa de Red Dead Redemption 1 es todo esto. Y esta parte, ¿vale? Esto es México, ¿vale? Esto lo que desborda del río, ¿no? Lo que está detrás del río, abajo. Toda esta parte del mapa también sale en el Red Dead Redemption 2. Lo que pasa que continúa mucho más para el este. Muchísimo más. Es por lo menos 8 o 10 veces este mapa. Es grandísimo. Y en este pueblo se puede vengar 2. Venga.
Hello, friend.
Medicamento.
Why, thank you.
A tomar por culo. Bueno, medicamento, aquí te da, ¿vale?
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
¡Hasta luego! ¿Cuándo empieza la acción del juego? Cuando visitemos al sheriff, que eso será en el siguiente capítulo. Este, digamos, son los teleportes, aunque podemos hacer teleporte desde cualquier punto, entre comillas, del mapa, con el campamento. ¿Vale? Y las misiones del... del comisario, lo que he dicho, del sheriff, ahí al frente. Así que bueno. Yo creo que ya... Mapa. Vamos a hacer para el siguiente capítulo la misión del comisario, del sheriff. Estos son misiones secundarias que os animo a hacerla toda, ¿vale? Ya que compráis el juego, hombre, aprovecháis y explorarlo a tope, ¿no? Que es lo guapo. Y bueno, vamos a darlo por aquí, en este bonito pueblo. Así que John Maston te dice, ¡hasta luego!